So, what is intercultural communicative competence? This is this is a change of IC, but in this theory, we have more supplements for learn a language, an idiom, or and learn more about the culture. For example, here we learn more about the meaning of the traditions of a country. For example, we need to have an open mind and relation these traditions with our tradition and understand what about this tradition of the country of what about or for what reason the person do this. And we have more things about knowledge, the attitudes and the behavior that we need to have for understand another culture.
For me, it's a method to need to incorporate of those skills for understand cultures and be a citizen of the world.
Okay, well, according to the experts, a person who has developed the ICC is able to interact with people from another country with different beliefs, behaviors, and values. And well, taking into consideration that the other person has different needs and viewpoints. And well, this skill allows us to improve our critical interactions. And well, the student, if the student is critical, that person can understand the difference and the similarities between a person and can be open-minded. Yeah. Okay. Well, about the based on our experience, what are some common stereotypes and prejudices that evidence in the language classroom? Well, we think that one of the most common stereotype is that when, well, we are in the first class and we meet some person that speaks a lot of time, and we think that that person is like a bootlicker or something like that because he or she is always like, hey teacher, I want to share my opinion every single time, and we are like, that person is annoying. But the real thing is that that person wants to improve the English that that person has, not only be a publicer that, well, as we think, but also practice the English. And also it could be an example because well, when a person is shy, or I don't know, has some problems when he is communicating, and we think that, oh, that person doesn't know English, and we are like, I don't want to be in a group with that person. But the real thing is that that person maybe knows more than us, but that person is just shy. So yeah, it could be an example.
I think that is a good example because I'm social and I can explain the things that I want to say. But that is a good way to improve our skills. Okay. To the third question. In my experience, I don't know, my godmother's husband has the habit of waiting everyone at the table to have dinner on time, and we don't have a habit in Colombian culture.
So if we are in Poland, they have the tradition of clean the legs and the intimate parts of their dogs when they come back of the park, and it is for they are very clean and they're very punctual. So if we are in Poland, I think that we are going to have some cultural shocks because here in Colombia we are not punctual, and we don't pay I don't know, we don't are shy for that, because this for us is very common. So and they have some traditions that here in Colombia we don't have.
Okay, well, another example could be when we are tipping a person. For example, in United States, it's kind of mandatory you to tip a person. For example, when you are in a restaurant and you finish your meal, you have to tip the waiters or the waiter. However, in South Korea, if you tip the waiters, or yeah, if you tip, they will think that, do you think I'm poor? Because this is like I don't know how to say that, but they think that if you tip someone is because you think that person is poor. But in United States, tip a person is like, yeah, you are a good person. You are yeah, you are a good person. So yeah.
So for the last question, I think that all we have experience in the last semesters. So in my case, the teachers was that we improve our skills in knowing other countries, maybe with the social media, tools, the music, or uh, search another countries to, I don't know, to knowing their customs, values. Uh, yeah.
Okay, in the last question, in the top, there is a quote that is anchored for the students, that they say that it is good to learn about the culture, not only the grammar rules. So in the last semester, the teachers um, proposed projects with cultures and another countries, also indigenous cultures, that that is more easily understand what happened with this person, these people, sorry, and understand what about their lives and the problems that society have and the problems that they have.
Okay, well, in my case, in first semester with the teacher George, I remember that I made a job about Japan. I searched about the Japan's culture, and well, in the second semester and in the first semester as well, we look for the final Finnish education, and also we search some things about the American education and the English education, and we made a comparison between those kind of education and Colombian's education. So maybe that point allows us to have a perspective about not only the culture in general, but more specifically in the education. And yeah, that's what an example that we saw in class.
So another thing is that the teachers need to prepare the classroom and also the material for the students, and it is the for the students understand a lot of things, and so the teachers have to do it, need to do it for do the things better.
Well, another thing that I want to say is that maybe we didn't know why did we search about Finnish education and Japan's culture. And the thing is that if we want to learn about intercultural communicative skills, and we have to explain that skills, and also explain and understand the why are we learning that skill.
So I think that the key question for this topic is: are we as teachers creating the conditions for developing intercultural communication? Sorry, communication, or are we simply helping students will become interculturally competent on their own?
Okay, girls, thanks.
Okay, thank you so much.
Bye.